how he has to step up his role from a backup to a starter.
Yeah, I got a lot of confidence because he's prepared well. He had some big catches in games last year. Touchdown against Texas A&M was kind of his coming out party, and then made some plays in the first game against Texas Tech. It's just his role has continued to grow. He's had some big first downs, this year, so he's prepared and he'll step in there and do well.
Do you guys anticipate having C.J. Miller for this one?
He's questionable. He's still limping pretty good right now. I think he'll be a game time decision. He'll have a chance to play, but it'll be like a game day decision.
Anybody else questionable for Saturday?
Victor, he's a little bit hobbled, but I think that'll be him every week, just trying to get him ready to go. And then Austrian's in the concussion protocol. He'll have a chance to play, but he's got to make it through the protocol.
Is there a sense in the locker room a few days removed of how big those final 2 minutes could end up being just to spur y'all on the second half of the season?
I think it does build confidence, but they're so ingrained with Auburn right now. Sunday when you get back, you just you watch the tape and you move on to the next one. So does it create some positive momentum? Absolutely, but they're almost 3 days into their preparation for Auburn.
I'm sure you are preparing as if Whitlow's going to play, but are they any different as an offense when he's out of the game?
No, they have very capable backs, 3 or 4 of them, so they're very, very capable at back, with or without him. But obviously, he makes them deeper, and he's a very, very good player.
Not asking you to look ahead, but if you guys leave Saturday and go into that open date 6-2, I mean, what would that mean to this football program?
It would be a huge win because it's the next one. But going into an open date 6-2, it would be a lot of momentum. But I think the focus is always going 1-0 this week, trying to find a way to get one more point than Auburn this week, trying to find a way to get stops and to score touchdowns in the red zone and be sharp. But we'll have to play really well, try to find a way to get off the field, create some turnovers, and then for us to try to finish in the red zone and score touchdowns when we get down there, not field goals.
And Matt, they've lost 3 conference games, but they're still a very talented football team.
They are really, really good. They're one of the best teams in the country. They've had an opportunity to win every game they've played. They have an elite defense. They've had guys open and have just missed them for whatever reason. But they're a very, very good football team and capable of beating anybody in the country.
When you play a team that's coming off of a loss like they are, do you often sense that they're more motivated, less motivated, or?
They're an SEC football team with really, really good coaches and really good players. They'll be motivated.
What are your impressions of their offensive line as they seem to try to put their best 5 together right now?
No, they're talented. I think they're growing and still, trying to get that experience. But they're obviously very capable and very talented.
How do you feel like the tight ends like Octavius and Dawson have been able to factor into the pass game and the run game this year? And how do you expect them to move forward?
Good. We know they're talented and we know they have the ability, and they've just been. It just kind of showed up in this last game big because they made big plays to help us win the game. But they help us in the run game, obviously, and you saw what they could do in the pass game too. So that really helps when you can keep personnel on the field where you can do both. That really helps you be, balanced is the right word.
I know a lot of the players have said they hate the late night kickoffs. How do you feel about the 11 a.m. kickoff?
Just as far from the program, I don't think the fans like it, so I don't like it. I like for the fans to be able to show up and get there, but in a way it's good as a coach because you wake up and you kick off and you just go play, and I think that's always good for players and coaches. But just from a fan perspective, you like for them to be able to come and enjoy the Grove and all that. But you play whenever TV tells you you're going to play, and you just show up and go to work.
Is there any difference in your preparation, planning for that Saturday when you got an 11 or an 8 o'clock or?
Yeah, just for us coming off a late night game, getting back at 4 in the morning, and then having an early kickoff, you do adjust your practices. We adjust our meetings when we get to Tupelo. We do. We have a little bit different plan for early morning kickoff as opposed to a late night kickoff.
It's probably more different when it's a road game, right? Like in terms of adjusting the game day schedule?
A little bit, but we try to keep the same routine. We're all creatures of habit, so we stay in a hotel at home and stay in a hotel on the road. We try to keep the routine the same. Sometimes it varies because you're staying a little bit closer, a little bit further away from the stadium that you're playing in.
Thanks, Mike.